Boise, my friends, may not be on the radar of the typical foreign traveler. It's not glamorous like New York or LA, and you know what? We hope it stays that way. This place is a well-kept secret, and it's precisely that unpretentious charm that makes it one of the greatest cities in this country. When you think of Idaho, you think potatoes, landlocked state, freedom of the great outdoors, but there's something about this place that manages to capture the overlap of a surprising number of very different cultures. And with that, you get this vibrant culinary scene and up-and-coming wine region that could compete with New York and Napa respectively.
But you know what truly sets Boise apart? The people. Warm, welcoming, and actually caring about each other's success. So like these state-famous potatoes, we'll be peeling back the layers of Boise over the next 3 days, uncovering everything that makes this place so darn great.
Spoiler alert, I don't think any of us will want to leave.
Welcome to Boise! Cheers to our 12th state.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I am so excited to finally be in Idaho. This has been a state that has actually been on our bucket list and one we look forward to visiting for a long time. And what better place to get started than in Boise?
In this video, we're working with tourism board over here in Boise, so I'm very excited. We have a full schedule. We're gonna show you guys a lot of things in this video.
Killer itinerary, 3 days in Boise. Surprisingly, a lot to do in this small little university town.
And speaking of university town, well, if you have a lot of students, you need to have good coffee.
So first thing we did when we touched down, headed to Form and Function. Got the honey lavender latte, which sounds delicious. And you?
Ahí yo estaba cortado.
Cheers, let's start adventuring.
Salud.
So here we are, in the heart of Boise, Idaho, on a street that is about to show us some unexpected history. The Basque Block. Yeah, you heard that right. Basque. As in the culture you usually find in the hills of Spain or France. But guess what? They've got a big community right here in Boise. Now, how on earth did that happen?
Well, in the 1800s, Basque sheep herders headed west in search of a better life. Boise offers something that those other big cities couldn't. Wide open spaces, abundant land for grazing, and a welcoming community that embraced diversity and celebrated the American dream.
Look, they even have the US flag and the flag of El País Vasco. I love it. Urresti, Urreta.
What did we find?
We find a couple of last names that they look very Basque.
So we get to the Basque Block, walking around, enjoying all the cool architecture, and we find out that the Basque community that came here many years ago is still very much alive and well today. Martin did a double take when someone walked past him, whole family, speaking Spanish like they do in Spain. I mean, it's so unusual to find this here, definitely something we didn't expect. And I think the star of the show is the Basque Market. This place is the largest importer of Basque wines in the Northwest, and they also have food as well. You should see the line for Kayak out there. We're gonna start fighting over it. It's apparently very, very limited, and anyway, we just got something small to eat. We just got some pinchos, just some small little eats, because the next place we're heading, we're gonna get a full lunch.
Right now, we're getting even more food.
I think you guys are going to be able to see why it was that in the last place we ordered such tiny, tiny little things, because this big mama was coming our way.
It's called Bocadillo París Bocadote.
Yes. Add ote to the end of any word and that means big in Spanish.
That's right.
The name of the place is Ansot, and they do a killer chorizo.
And we also have one of these ones that they are croquetas de jamón.
Oh my gosh, one of my favorite things, and of course we're in Basque country, so we gotta try that.
And also we're gonna need all the energy that we can for the next activities, Juliana.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Next spot after this, we gotta head to our hotel, check in. We haven't even unpacked our bags yet.
They're in the trunk of the car.
We'll meet you guys over there.
This food packed a punch, and you know it's good when Juliana makes this sound.
Mm.
A few blocks away, our hotel awaits. Meet Modern Hotel, a rundown motel with a facelift into mid-century modern chic. You get minimalist Americana meets Mad Men vibes right in Boise's Linen District. And to our surprise, the Basque had something to do with this one as well. In the height of the Great Depression, 2 sheep herders lost all their sheep and opened a Basque boarding house that eventually turned into what you're seeing here. 39 rooms with no hidden costs. Amenities that today's modern traveler would appreciate, yet it has kept the bones of what once was a travel lodge and really highlights and appreciates the mid-century modern architecture. Plus, best of all, it's close enough to everything we need to see while we're in Boise.
But we didn't come all this way just to sit in a room all day.
When I first moved to the USA, Idaho, it wasn't in my map. But I think I was missing a lot. I'm very happy from what I'm seeing so far, but I cannot wait to discover even more.
Boise is one of those special cities that doesn't feel like a city, it feels like a town, but not in the way that there's nothing to do here. In fact, it's an insane amount of things to do per capita. So there's all this stuff to do, but it's quiet and it's calm. There's no traffic.
Except whenever you try to say that it's quiet.
That's the loudest thing we've heard so far. No, seriously, when we exited the airport, we didn't even get on a freeway. Everything's close. I love these types of places.
Downtown Boise is beautiful, but if you stick over there, you're only having half of the fun. But don't worry, we're going to be back later on.
Boise also has so much to do in the surrounding areas in terms of outdoor activities. After all, they're known for their mild 4-season climate, so you can do everything from skiing and snowboarding to hiking, and on a hot summer day like today, nothing sounds better than rafting. I recently found out that you've never been rafting before.
It's going to be the first time.
He's been so into tubing. We find ourselves on the river a couple times a year, and I think that you're going to like rafting even more.
Well, let's figure it out.
Let's go.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
About an hour and a half outside of Boise is this place, Cascade Rafting Kayak. And today we're tackling their Class 2 and 3 rapids on their half-day tour. The guides crack us up, and overall our group crushed it.
But it turns out it's not all rapids for the 3-hour tour. There's a lot of downtime to chill, appreciate your surroundings, and inevitably for us in these situations, explain what the heck we're doing with this GoPro on my head. And we're trying to see every state in the USA and Mexico to understand each other's culture better. We're married, obviously.
Totally gonna scope it out.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you said it? You'll have to tell me again.
Yeah, of course, no problem. Well, that's enough self-promotion for our liking for the day. Now who's gonna ride the bull?
Woohoo! Bien, eso! Bien, Juliana, bien! Monta el toro!
We're gonna spin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh wow, okay. Suddenly a change of heart. Good job, honey. Well, mi amor, you made it. What did you think?
We made it. I loved it. I'm gonna tell you, there were some parts that they were a little scary and then refreshing because the water was everywhere. But there were also some parts that we were just going very slow, just seeing all the nature and how beautiful the river is. I loved it. I loved it. Right now we just finished, get out of the water, and then they give us some cider that from a name that I cannot pronounce.
Huckleberry. It's
Huckleberry.
huge in this area.
Yeah, so we even made some friends along the way. We were the most funny boat over there.
We had a blast.
I think we're gonna have dinner, so I'm hungry.
And they serve a surprisingly hearty dinner here. And good thing too, because we're starving. Day 1 is in the books, but don't go anywhere because day 2 starts in 3, 2, 1.
We rested up and it's time to get some breakfast.
Name of the place? Nomad. Fitting name for 2 nomads like us. Let's go.
Now we're in this cafe and it has fusion food. For instance, I just ordered paella burrito. So I'm looking forward to see how these two cultures taste together.
I know. I mean, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I love the innovation. Food scene here in Boise's been great. Another thing that I love about this place, the lattes are killer. They have some flavors here. It's not like your typical vanilla hazelnut caramel. No, no, no. They got their own unique blends. They have an old-fashioned latte. They have orange cardamom, and I got the Nomad, which is kind of unusual sounding. It had orange, lemon, lime. Anyway, so we're gonna fuel up here and then head to explore around this area more.
Turns out, when you throw some paella in a burrito and citrus in your coffee, it works. Thanks, Nomad.
That's good. That works.
If you have seen our videos, we love to walk. And Boise has many places to walk. Like this amazing park, this one is huge. It's the Julia Davis Park. But also, there's many things outdoors. So we're gonna discover a couple of them before it's too hot.
In Julia Davis Park, you've got the Rose Gardens, museums and zoos, and Abraham Lincoln. What are you guys talking about?
Pumas, and also he offered me his hat, but I said it's too big.
I don't know where you come up with this stuff. And you know what's cool about Boise? They're sentimental. They've got these beautiful outdoor spaces and they mean something. Julia Davis Park was the first of Boise's string of pearl parks, a series of parks named after prominent women in Boise's history. And then there's the Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, a contemplative site that is the only Anne Frank memorial in the US and one of the few places in the world where the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is on permanent public display. So a few blocks over, everybody's out. There's some sort of farmer's market happening, but we're headed to a little place called Freak Alley. Apparently it's tons of murals, outdoor art, type of stuff that Martina does. Let's go check it out. What do you think of this place?
I like it. Whenever we find like this kind of alleys in the cities, I love it. We already take pictures and it's free.
What was your favorite one?
The Breaking Bad one.
Ah, yeah, Breaking Boise.
Breaking
cool.
Boise, yeah.
One moment we're surrounded by the colorful dreamscape of street art that screams freedom and creativity, and the next we find ourselves standing in front of a historic structure where laws are crafted and debated in the spirit of that very same freedom.
We cannot forget Boise is the capital of the state of Idaho, so I feel so lucky that I can have another one of these beautiful buildings into my collection. Because let me tell you something, for me that I'm a foreigner, it's amazing whenever I visit the capital of the state, like I did in Massachusetts, California, New Mexico, Texas, and a couple of ones. In this quest that we're doing, visiting every single state in the United States, I feel so lucky whenever we go to the capital and I can have another one of these for my collection.
What do you think of this one?
I love the color.
Yeah, it's unique.
Beautiful. And I like that they have a bell. Actually, we saw a couple of people ringing it, and it's pretty. It's pretty. That also has a lot of benches and tables around the place. Yesterday we couldn't record it, but when the sun over here, we have the golden hour, you can see it, and it was beautiful in this street that is called Capitol Avenue. You can see it, and it was beautiful indeed.
Little did I know, things were about to get even better. Much better. Turns out they let anyone in here.
Martin was hesitant to get inside, thinking he was breaking in at first, but he loosened up after a bit. Maybe too much. Why don't you just go and knock and say hello?
That's right. Might as well.
We came all this way.
Even though I visited some capitals, this is the first one that I can see from inside. La cúpula está hermosa, it's beautiful.
I don't know if you Americans realize how cool your capital buildings are. In Mexico, we don't have buildings like these in our state capitals. It's a concept that is very much linked to your British history. Pretty souvenir. But we can't just live on water from the Capitol building this afternoon. Because what time is it?
Lunchtime.
Now when you go to Boise, there's two questions the locals will ask you. Where are you from, and have you been to the Wylder yet? Trust us, this place is about to put Idaho on the map of legendary pizza joints right up there with the famous Chicago and New York slices. We're talking sourdough crust, artisan pizzas using ingredients you don't normally find on a pizza, like the Gem State of Mind pizza featuring fingerling potatoes, or the cacio e pepe pizza. But let's talk about the star of the show, the honey badger. Picture this, a mouth-watering ensemble of Italian sausage, creamy ricotta, caramelized onions, and just when you think it can't get any better, spicy honey drizzled all over. Boom. Flavor explosion in your mouth, and if we could be two places at once right now as we edit this, it would be here.
I'm in love.
I got competition. Now sourdough is something I know well coming from the Bay Area. We're a little gluttonous right now because we ended up getting 2 pizzas, but with the type of options there were on the menu, we just had to fit into, because I mean, when have we ever seen potatoes on a pizza? The honey badger came highly recommended.
It's very good, you're gonna love it.
I couldn't even film a proper reaction to that because my mind was just focused on how I can get this pizza back to California with us. But anyways, between meals there's a few other things you can do in downtown Idaho, like visit the Boise Art Museum. If art's not your thing and you're into urban exploring, Jump is another cool place to check out.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's like a kid was given free reins to design this community gathering space. You've got tons of workshops and events that go on here, which is cool in itself, but you can also just walk around this building and see where your imagination takes you. Why don't we have more twister games and elevators? Why not put giant metal slides on our buildings?
I mean, it's probably for the better meal more, because metal slide would really hurt in 106 degrees.
Oh wow, we have huge pyramid, and they're like kids over there.
It's a pretty cool spot, but if you're in a mood for shopping, Idaho Made is a great shop that supports tons of local businesses and has a wide range of items available. I'm not surprised Juliana was drawn to the candle section.
I'm gonna try to convince Martine to let us have yet another candle in our house. And I'm not surprised Martine was drawn to the leather toiletry bags.
You never have enough of these.
But enough of that, we headed back to the hotel to make ourselves presentable hosts, and before we knew it, it was time for our next meal. Yes! Nice! Alavita is the name of the date spot for tonight. Normally, Martine and I don't get so fancy, but you know, we wanted to dress up for you guys. Martine picked Italian for tonight, which is his favorite style of cuisine, and this spot seems like a good one because they make everything fresh here, which is how it should be. But best of all, they use a lot of local ingredients as much as possible. A lot of seasonal stuff as well, so sometimes the menu ends up being rotated. But today we're lucky enough to try the agnolotti. It's a type of pasta that has lemon herb ricotta, seasonal asparagus, pancetta, preserved lemon butter, and ricotta salata. Sounds delicious. And delicious it was. Alongside it we had these insanely flavorful grilled artichoke hearts. Oh, and Martine, you know how we know that you think the food is good? You start shaking your head like this.
And of course, we have to finish it with a cannoli.
Holy cannoli, this looks good.
Everything we tried in Boise so far has blown us away really, but now it's time for the sunset, and we're on the search for the best view, which we found at Camel Back Park.
I think we're gonna be the most overdressed people over there. But you know what? We don't care. Also, we thought it was a little hike, and this one is very steep. So, alright, no, it doesn't matter. We want to see the sunset, and we're gonna get it.
My level of hike, I think that this was the perfect option. We just really wanted to find somewhere to watch the sunset. There's a longer loop that you can do here at Camelback Park. That's about 50 minutes total. This was good enough for us for today, especially since it's so hot. Table Rock is also another great option for watching the sunset, but that hike is a little over 2 hours total, and with the heat index today, it just wasn't possible, and you no longer could drive up to the very top. So Anyway, we're gonna catch the sunset. It's beautiful up here, and I'm glad we did it.
It has some hills, but then also it's a little bit plain. It has a lot of trees. It's completely full of trees, except for the city center. And you have it over there, but it's not a huge city center. It's beautiful. I like it. This is how a city should be. And not being corny. Get some drinks.
King Art Haus is the place to go for a cocktail, mocktails, ramen, burgers, and more.
That's totally my style.
Oh, and we forgot to tell you something earlier. Remember Ansot's where we had that chorizo and croquetas? Well, both Ansot's and King Art Haus were semi-finalists in the James Beard Awards in 2022. They've got some talented chefs here in Boise. So we spent the evening here scheming our final day in Boise. Speaking of which,
Day 3 over here in Boise, Idaho.
and I think we found a breakfast place that is very special. Should we go?
Vamos.
Oh, no big deal, just Boise's third 2022 James Beard Award semifinalist, Sunshine Spice Cafe. The four Sham sisters come from Afghanistan, where their family fled quickly when the Taliban came door to door looking for girls for arranged marriages.
They ended up in Boise, and in 2019, the sisters had the idea to open a bakery and send some of the proceeds back home to support single mothers. The only problem? None of the Sham sisters were bakers, and so they taught themselves everything, using YouTube, translated recipes, and turns out they had talent.
Not only did they get nominated nationwide for their baking, but they were even featured by Guy Fieri in diners, drive-ins, and dives. Now you got the storyline going on of the Basque community coming here for safe haven in the 1800s. And even still today, Boise serves as a welcoming community with open arms to all these different cultures. And I think that's beautiful because you end up getting these super cool pockets of little bits of culture and restaurants that are doing amazing things, and people are able to come here and not only survive, but thrive. The food here is phenomenal, and I'm glad this place has found and made its mark on Boise.
I don't know if we meant to do this, but Juliana ordered a saffron pudding and a saffron latte. Myself, it was a pistachio latte, a pistachio tart. So we're well combined.
Yes.
Everything was delicious. Now we only have a few hours left here, and this next activity is one we wish we did sooner. So we grabbed some free bikes at the hotel and we hit the road.
We're going through the Greenbelt. We're cycling, and life is beautiful on a Sunday.
As if this city wasn't perfect enough, Boise has 25 miles of Greenbelt that follow alongside the Boise River. Along the way, you can see bridges, people tubing, and even some of the university campus.
That's what I hear about this. It's their college football stadium. It has a blue field, and I wanted to see it with my own eyes. It's over there. Today is more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really know Fahrenheit, but Juliana says that it's more than 100 degrees. Luckily, over here in Boise, there's a lot of trees, so we're able to do this, and it's beautiful next to the river.
Oh my gosh, highly recommend jumping on a bike and jumping on this Greenbelt because you get to see these areas of Boise that we haven't even seen yet. But now we're trading our transportation on wheels for food on wheels. Let's go check out some food trucks.
Right off the Greenbelt is Green Acres Food Truck Park. They've got music, they got beer, everyone has their dog here. It's a nice spot to stop along the way to our next place.
Whenever you're going to the Greenbelt, you can see many places that they have wine. So we decided to stop in this one. What is the name?
Telaya.
Telaya.
Interesting name.
That is a combination between?
The Tetons and La Playa.
Perfect combination. I decided to have a little bit of each one just to taste. Normally I just have one kind, but right now getting crazy over here. This one, I don't know if you noticed, but look, no, I don't know. I know a little bit about wine, but I'm not an expert.
But you know who's an expert? Earl, co-owner and winemaker of Telaya.
How would you describe the wine scene here in Idaho and what makes it different?
So what I refer to Idaho as an emerging region. So we are winning national awards. We're winning, we've had some wines go worldclass wines that come from Idaho, Viognier, Syrah, Malbec, Thibodaux. And I'm specifically talking about the Snake River Valley because this is the lower AVA, because we do have a lot of variety, which is kind of nice. So we haven't pinned the state of Idaho to a grape yet. So Pinot Noir in Oregon or Shiraz in Australia, we haven't done that. We have a wide range of different grapes that grow really well here. Because of that, there's a lot of diversity, which is really nice, because people can come into this winery at Telaya and try a Mourvedre, or they can try a Grenache Cinsault, or they can try a Syrah or a Cab, things that they might not know or things that they might know really well. So as an emerging region, one that's really coming into its own, I see a lot better quality in the manufacturing. I see a lot more appreciation from the consumers, and I think it really just presents really well for the future of what Idaho wine's going to bring.
Not only does this guy know his stuff, but the way he runs this business is a refreshing take on hospitality. While other wineries are focused just on the grapes, Earl's secret ingredient is his staff. Some start in high school, washing dishes, but he trains them. He lets them be curious, ask questions, understand the winemaking process, and these people stick around for years to come and grow in their career here. And when we found out he even takes them on annual retreats around the world, we highly considered dropping off our resumes on the spot.
So if you're wondering where to go for your next destination, you're thinking, I don't know, the answer is Idaho.
I'm gonna be telling all my friends that this is a place to visit. I really like it, we really enjoy it, so I think it's a great destination.
And remember that Martine and I are on a goal to visit every single state and each other's countries as a way to understand each other's culture more. So don't forget to subscribe, but in the meantime, we'll leave a video over here for you guys to catch more of our adventures. So long,
Travel well.
and make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time.
Bye.